A great place to start, at least the place I started, was with The Power of Myth and the work of Joseph Campbell. In a lot of ways, it's very accessible. It's brilliant in the way it's laid out. In some ways, it's very simple to grasp and understand and absorb. On the other hand, a lot of it is also material that may be, not suitable for everyone. They may not really understand it, or they may not be turned on to it, or it might be too heady, or things like that. But really, if we just take the time to read stories and to pay attention to what they activate in us. Two quick examples. One is a very simple story that everybody knows, that we all watch and we totally just take advantage of, or don't think about, take for granted, is really what I was trying to say. And that is The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz, we all know the story. It's a great story. But what really happens in that story? What are the lessons in that story? So you have the characters in that story. They go to the wizard and they say to the wizard, I want a heart, I want a brain, I want courage, I want to go home, right? And what does he say? He says, you must bring me back the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West. So they're terrified. They go into what is the abyss of that land. They go into the place of total darkness and death. They traverse the abyss. They approach the threshold guardian, the one who is, to them, their greatest enemy, the one that wants to destroy them. She is guarding that secret object that they need to achieve their enlightenment. They overcome her. They are able to defeat the threshold guardian. They get that broom. They take it back to the wizard. They give it to the wizard. And what does the wizard say when he does? He says, you've already achieved it. You've proven that you have courage, Lion. You've proven you have a brain, Tin Man. You've proven that you have a heart, Scarecrow. And Dorothy, you now know there's no place like home. By going through the abyss, by facing the person that they thought was their greatest enemy, they learned what was already alive in them, and they were able to achieve it without any wizard. So when you hear that story that we've taken for granted, and we all of a sudden just unpack it a little bit, I've told that to so many people, and they say, wow, I never understood that story that way. So trying to get access to material like that is a good way to do it. The other thing is just paying attention to your body. A movie that I just really resonated with at the end, and just this one part of it really stuck with me, was The Last Samurai. In The Last Samurai, you've got this scene where this guy who is not part of the battle at all, the Tom Cruise character, he's there on his own volition. He's with these maybe 200 samurai making their last stand. There's thousands of Japanese army troops with the Gatling guns and the arm, and all they have is their swords. And he stands with them and starts charging into battle to absolute certain death. Absolute certain death. And the feeling that overcame me in that theater, which is the feeling they wanted you to have, when the feeling that most people had, was, oh my God, I wish I had something in my life that I would be willing to die for, that I would be so passionate about that I'd be willing to die for it. There wasn't anybody in that theater going, what a schmuck, run, what are you doing, get out of here. Everybody had welled up, and it wasn't here, it was here. And if you pay attention to that, what is it that's resonating there? What is it that you're longing for? What is it that you're not willing to give up to get it? So accessing the material can come in many different forms, but we have to be conscious of it. We have to be willing and ready and able and wanting to dive into it. And once you're ready, it's there for you. It's all around us. Like I said, myth is the waters in which we swim. You can't escape it.